Hello. Oh, I got to change this battery out. Anyway, today we are making a gluten-free lasagna. Just swap out the noodles for regular noodles if you need to. If you're, you know the drill. Just swap it out. But we're gonna do lasagna. I legitimately don't know if I've ever actually done a lasagna on my channel ever. I can't remember. But we're gonna do it. So I've got my spaghetti sauce, which is going to be my liquid, like, cause this one's very liquidy. My chunky whole tomatoes. I think they're chunked, I don't remember. And then I have some regular, like some fresh tomatoes that I need to chop up and use. And I'm gonna be using ground pork. I'm using ground pork because everybody in the house will eat this. Because one person won't eat chicken, one person won't eat beef. I split the difference and I go with pork. Okay. So let me turn my other camera on and we'll get it started. Okay. Now I have a feeling like we're like in each other's personal space, but thankfully I make this small, so it's okay. Now I'm gonna preheat my pan and I am gonna add some grease to it as soon as I find it. Just gonna add some butter. I'm not adding very much, maybe about a teaspoon's worth. And then it doesn't even go to the, there you go. Ow! I feel good. Okay, didn't even go to the side of the pan, or went to the side of the pan, not the bottom, that's okay. Put that in. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, now that I've dealt with that, sorry about that. That is pretty much melted. Where's my knife? We're just going to add our ground pork, or our ground meat. Use whichever one you want to use. Now, if you're putting onions in this, I would add the onions now, garlic, all that stuff. Okay, I would add it now. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, honestly, actually, I would probably add it before this because I would fry up the onions and the garlic and the mushrooms, whatever it is you want to add. I have so many, like, I'm not eating this, I'm not eating this. So it's not in there. Okay. Frozen spinach, I haven't defrosted it. I'm not going to. This might seem a little weird, but it's going right into the pot. This will cook up. Now, I know a lot of people add the spinach and that to the cheese mixture. I like it in the meat mixture. And I'm gonna put both in because it doesn't hurt to have the extra veggies. Okay, now we will be back in like so many minutes, because I don't know how long, for the next step. Okay. Now, the spinach is still cooking. The meat's pretty much done. I'm gonna add a good tablespoon, yes, a good tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And I'm gonna add, where are you? There you are. And I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. I know that like my tomatoes don't have any salt in them because I try not to can with salt too much because, like I said, I always add salt when I'm cooking. So that's why I don't. If you have salt in any of your items that you're using, just kind of ignore this. And I'm also not adding tons of salt because I'm adding a lot of cheese. And cheese has a lot of salt in it. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is crack open my jars. Hope I hear a lovely noise. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. I'm gonna add, oh, it smells like the, gotta love that smell. Okay, I'm gonna add the tomatoes. juice and all. Because all of these extra liquids are going to cook off, but I'm also going to use them to cook my noodles. Because I use the noodles that bake in the lasagna. Beautiful. I love hearing that noise. Ah, smells. Oh. I have my nose like right on there. Okay. And that's going to go in there. And that now is going to cook for probably, I don't know, half an hour like this. And this will thicken up. It won't thicken up a whole bunch, but it will thicken up a little bit. Okay, so we'll be back because I'm going to finish grating my cheese. Okay, so now we're going to make the cheese mixture. Now you can see, can you see? Yeah. In the bowl here, I have some pizza mozzarella. It's just mozzarella. And some Monterey Jack because I had half a bar of the Monterey Jack, so I figured I would just use that up. So in here, I am going to add a good whole tub of ricotta. In we go. Okay, so that's in there. And then I'm going to add half a tub of the cottage cheese. I'm using 1%. Gotta save the fat somewhere, right? But I'm using half of a, what is this, 750 tubs, so the big tub. If it was one of the smaller tubs, I would have just used the whole thing. Okay. Sorry, you're going to hear vehicles. I am boiling hot, so I opened up the window to let some air in here. I am just like, I am very warm, very, very warm. Okay, so we're going to mix this all together. I think I need, hang on. I need a better spoon. Okay. Gonna mix this all together. And now we're gonna add the 2 eggs. So I think 2 eggs is gonna be more than plenty for this. And these are, I think they're medium eggs. For some reason, can't get large eggs, but I can get medium eggs. Okay, get that stirred in. Now I'm still waiting on the meat mixture to finish cooking. And I'm actually sitting here looking at it going, do I want to add a thing of tomato paste? Because it's loose, which is what I want, but I think it's just a little bit too loose. So I think by adding the tomato paste, it will help that out. But I haven't made that decision yet. Okay, so that's done, and that is ready. That is ready to go. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge until I'm ready for it, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I now have, whoo! Sorry, that just felt really close. Okay, so as you can see, I got my pan here. I think it's I don't really know what it is. Does it say on the bottom? It's a 9 by 13. Okay, now actually I'm going to do this just for a second. I'm gonna move this over here because I do have to get a cookie sheet too. Okay, so I know, don't put hot pans on your counter. Now oh, there you are. Okay, so I did end up by adding the can of tomato paste. And the weird thing is now it's salty. But that's okay, it's gonna cook in with the noodles, and like fingers crossed that it's not too bad. But this is what it looks like. Okay. Now, Like I said, I need a cookie sheet. Why my brain didn't go there right away is beyond me. Okay. Okay. Where are you? There you are. All right. So now what we're going to do is build our lasagna. Now I'm assuming I'm going to be making a tiny little one. Excuse me, because I always end up by making a little one. But we're going to put some sauce down on the bottom. A little bit more. Okay, so you guys are going to let me know. How do you make yours? What? I've got this in the bag. What vegetables do you add to yours? I love adding mushrooms, and actually I've added carrots before too. That was really good. And so the mushrooms, I've added kale before. Nobody noticed when I did that. And of course, onions, garlic. I've done, you know, ouch. I've added all that. Okay, so we got our first layer of meat sauce down. I'm gonna put a little bit more actually. Just because I'm seeing some noodles still, so I just want to make sure I get everybody covered up here. Okay, there we go. I know a couple people that have added broccoli. That always sounded good to me, but I know that nobody in my house would eat it if I did that. Now this is a little bit thick. It's normally not this thick when I make it, which is a little weird, but that's okay. The sauce will help thin it out, and I have no spoon. I will use the spoon I just washed. Okay. Gonna thin that out. Really? Really? You know what? It's doing all this because I'm filming it. This is literally why it's doing it. Because normally, when I'm making lasagna, I don't have problems like this. Wish I could tell you I'm kidding, but I am not. The only time I have problems with stuff like this is when I'm filming it. That's okay. I am just going to poke and prod it around. Because no matter what, it's still going to be the same. It's going to taste good. It's just going to be kind of mixed in there. That's all. Okay. Right. Gosh. Seriously, it's only happening because I'm filming it. Okay. Now, set that there. To start all over again, noodles. Yeah, I can't get a fourth one in there. Meat. Oh, maybe I won't have enough here to make a second one. Oh, wow. That don't happen. But I don't think I'll be getting another layer of noodles on, which that's fine. No, I'm not going to. Okay. Pour the rest of this on. There goes my dryer. Okay, let's just... There you go. Oh! That happened. I'm gonna wipe that up before I end up by wearing it. All right, now let's attempt this cheese thing again. Normally I add even more grated cheese than this. So I really don't know why. I don't know why it's like this. It's okay. Like I said, I'm filming, so it's got to act up. I'm going with that's the reason. Because in my books, that feels like it's fair. Okay, I will be right back as soon as I'm done scraping this around. Okay, so as you can see, I spread that hot mess out as best as I could. Now I'm just going to cover it with aluminum foil, and it's going to go into the oven at 350 covered for about half hour, something like that. And then I'm going to pull it out, take the lid off, I'll take the lid off, and then stick it back in there to let the cheese get all like crispy and bubbly, if it will. It's gonna be my luck it won't happen because again, I'm filming it. Okay, be back. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes. We're just going to take this out. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, let's take a look at it. Hot. Trying to make sure not to burn myself because I know it. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. I know it looks very greasy, but I don't really care at this moment because we don't eat like this very often. Okay. Now I'm going to put this back in the oven for probably another 15 minutes or so. Okay, we'll be back. And by the looks of it, I don't think it's going to get nice and brown and crispy. Okay, so I pulled it out from underneath of the broiler. I moved it closer, but I didn't turn it up. And I'm glad I didn't because along the edges here, it got pretty crispy. But of course the cheese got darker, but there's a lot of liquid on top. And you know what, seriously, this is just because I was filming it. I've never had a lasagna turn out horrible, so I don't know. It's just how it plans out. But here we go, the lasagna. Isn't she beautiful? Okay, so don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And don't forget to tell me what your favorite ingredients are to put in a lasagna. So until next time, bye.